Superman be hitting the big silver screen in July 11th, officially July 10th, the evening before. And I definitely will be there up front. I have not seen the movie yet. I've just like you, I've only seen the trailers. And by the way, this is Norb with Silver Aged. And the reason why we're really, really excited about this is really the first opportunity as my new channel to really talk about how the Silver Age of comic books, the Bronze Age of comic books, the Golden Age of comic books actually has an influence on movies, especially the Superman movie. It's all over these trailers. There's characters out there you have never seen. And I want to hear your comments as to who you want to hear some more background about, where those guys came from the Golden Age, Bronze Age. Most of these are bronze, a little bit, I should say most. Most of them are Silver Age and partially bronze. And then we do have new characters that appeared late 90s, 2000, just recently. They're embedded into this. So James Gunn's blended these together. But I'm bringing to you my view. I actually physically read these books at the time they came out. Unlike a lot of my colleagues out there who, love them, they're younger, and they do the research, and they probably had bought some books in the comic book store, but they weren't the ones who read at that point in time what was going on in the 60s and 70s and 80s in the world, looking at how the books were. And I want to bring that thought process to you. And obviously, we're going to see Superman in this movie, slightly different power sets. And what's interesting from the 60s through mid-90s, they took Superman for different journeys, different power levels. There was one point kryptonite didn't even exist anymore. So, but I don't think that's what's happening here. And there's some new characters that you probably don't know anything about. Hawkgirl, that's who's on the left-hand corner here. Krypto, the adorable dog who's rambunctious. And then we also have Metamorpho, the freaky-looking one with multiple different color skins. One for each leg, arm, and torso, and face being kind of mummified. And then we have Gardner, Green Lantern, from the Silver Age of comic books and Bronze Age. These guys were built differently. They were impacted differently by the times. Guy Gardner is like the third Green Lantern. He's definitely fearless, but he's like, basically, he reacts. Just get away from me, kind of thing. We see that, and I think it's going to be kind of cool. He can be kind of a hothead from the comic books. You can see, I think he doesn't play well with the team necessarily always, so you can see that. Metamorpho. The interesting thing about him is in one of the trailers, you can see Stagg Industries in the background. Simon Stagg is one of the evil CEOs we're going to see in this, as well as Maxwell Lord. And Stagg was responsible for Metamorpho being what he is, and the guy's real name in this land is Rex Mason, and he was in love with Stagg's daughter, Sapphire. And I think, he didn't like that. He wanted to get rid of him, and it turned him into a superhero that form he doesn't want. But Metamorpho's got the capability of changing different elements, shapes, and that, and we'll see that. We can talk a lot more about that. Hawkgirl, oh my goodness. It's really hard to figure out where she is because there have been so many iterations, reincarnations of Hawkgirl. Her love interest at times, Hawkman, may have been from another planet, etc. We'll dive into that in another video as to what I think it is, but we do know she has organic wings, and then that mace she's carrying, I believe that's ninth metal. Once again, from the comic books, spelled NTH. It has very interesting properties, including be able to absorb energy, discharge that energy back, and also combat magic to a component. And then Krypto came in the 60s, and we'll talk about him, but he's definitely a rambunctious thing. So dog, I should say thing. And at times in the trailers, he looks very friendly, engaging. Other times you're going, well, okay. And then they blend all this together with the characters that we know: Lex Luthor, Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, Cat Grant, and Supergirl. Don't forget Supergirl. Supergirl's going to be in this. Then they also bring in another character that was only really in the golden age of comics, Rick Flag Sr. And I'm kind of curious how they move him up here. Obviously, I think they're making him Secretary of State, and somehow or another he's been given the mission to go arrest Superman, and somehow he's engaged Lex Luthor Corp to go after this, and Lex is brought in an Ultraman, and maybe he's Bizarro in the future. We'll see. Because Ultraman was actually from another universe, Earth 2 or 3, I can't remember right now for sure. But that could be, interesting. They got engineers, a new character as well, but she really didn't happen until 2000-ish, I believe. So she's not from the Silver Age. So how they're going to blend this all together is going to be kind of interesting. But I'm going to focus on what they're bringing, what I think the foundational aspects they're going to use from the Silver Age and Golden Age of comic books and the Bronze Age of comic books to build the characters you don't know yet, plus how they're going to modify and give more structure and more character, more likability and hateability to some of these individuals, such as like Lex Luthor, and more like, Lois, you're really doing that? Boy, can be a nasty reporter, can't you? Can you? So what is your driver? We're going to see a lot of that stuff. I think this is going to be fun. We're going to have a lot more videos diving into each of the individual characters. Norb with Silver Age, have an awesome day. Please like and subscribe.